Hello, good evening. My name is Alan. I'm currently working for Prophetech. This is my proposal for the commercial expansion in foreign countries. We were approached by Grupo Apymsa to select a country for an international expansion, and our proposal, our candidate, is India. And in the next couple minutes, I will elaborate on how India is the best candidate for apymsa to expand in the international market. First of all, India is a country with a very centralized industry. Almost all the capital is concentrated in New Delhi. This high concentration in the capital city has provoked an irregular development in infrastructure around the country, but it has also created the highest concentration of intellectual capital in the entire world, specializing in the IT sector. So, with apymsa creating this new branch for information technologies in the company, arriving to this megalopolis of innovation is crucial for the development of the company. Right now, India is recovering from a short period of uncertainty since the end of the elections, where Narendra Modi kept the power for another period, as most international alliances remain untouched. A wave of foreign investment approaches. This means a highly competitive market for apymsa to enter. And since the IT industry is pretty new in the company, entering this country means a escalation model starting from the local and regional governments to the entirety of the country. Since most regions in India have their own distinct policies, the best strategy apymsa can do is to establish in a region, appeal to their requirements, and start escalating and slowly but steady increasing their influence in the information technology business. In order to bring the best of the automotive parts sector of the company, it is required an alliance with the central government, so there can be established contact with the construction companies in charge of the infrastructure. Attending their heavy machinery should be the priority of apymsa once established in the Indian market. During the last 3 years, a lot of IT companies have been investing in India, aiming for their cheap and highly capable working hand. The foreign direct investment in India ascended in 2023 to $70.9 billion, mostly from information technologies companies. Financially speaking, apymsa has an advantage due to the decreasement of the price on the rupee against the dollar and against the Mexican peso. So exporting components while building a reputation in the country is currently cheaper. Another important factor to take into account, seeking lower costs as well as creating a value proposition to expand in the country, lays in the current labor conditions around India. India right now is the most populated country in the world with a current population of 1.42 billion citizens. Such massive population makes it really hard to manage the conditions of the working class. And since India is classified by a system of castes, it adds a layer of difficulty. A combination of historical problems have caused that approximately 80% of the total of Indian workers have partial contracts and work under precarious conditions, not having enough to support their families. India has also a large history of syndicalism, and even though medical insurance and pension should be mandatory for every worker, India relies almost entirely on informal jobs. Right now, trade unions in India are seeking to unite in a single institution, combining the workers of different industries. This affects the company if it is looking to present to India its two industries. So it could be not only a value proposition but also a survival strategy for the business to listen carefully to the demands of the syndicates and differentiate from the average of the market by providing the workers the necessary means for a worthy life. India, just as Mexico, has the family as one of the biggest social institutions in the country. India has very strong hierarchical organizations based on age and experience. So, one important strategy when introducing to the Indian market is to provide the workers a figure of authority that can guide and inspire them, as well as showing them how to respect their superiors in the company. Indian workers are some of the most intelligent employees in the international market, but the majority of them are very young adults seeking renown and reputation in a country that values a lot social status. So, if apymsa manages to appeal to their traditions as well as making them feel proud, entitled, and dignified with their job, then the company will gain popularity and influence in the country.